hunters review the scene of a UFO flying in the sky, then the incident occurred. Welcome to the latest episode of Top Secret. You may not know, the place where we most easily encounter unidentified flying objects is still on airplanes because flying saucers often appear hovering in the sky. And once we encounter them, what happens next? Watch Top Secret explore footage of passengers encountering UFOs and the subsequent developments right in this video. UFO appears in the Indiana sky. It seems UFOs are no longer as shy as I am. A resident in Indiana managed to record images of a UFO flying over their city. According to this person, the UFO flew at an altitude of about 3,000 feet and slowly ascended higher. He believes this spacecraft might have intentionally appeared to send a message to humanity. Top Secret can say that this incident makes us worried about possibly facing a threat. UFO in the Appalachian Mountains. A resident living near the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains discovered his shack had mysteriously disappeared. One day, he stayed long enough after dawn to record this frightening scene. And the result was not as he expected. From the foothills, a UFO appeared looking like in a movie, seemingly performing a secret mission. But perhaps it sensed the presence of the resident and suddenly vanished. Before the resident could recover from the shock of seeing the first UFO, two other UFOs appeared. And one of them even approached him. Too frightened, he stopped filming so we don't know what happened next. But hopefully he is still safe. Very vague about aliens. When a group of amateur UFO hunters in Russia began their next hunt, they didn't expect to discover a strange object hovering in the sky. Although it might seem like this could be an elaborate hoax. But the excited reaction of the hunters shows they truly believe in this discovery. One of them carried a high-quality camera. And when zooming in on the image, you can clearly see the outline of the UFO. The strange thing is that only when zoomed in do you realize this object is moving. Later, the hunters lost track of the UFO, but the evidence they recorded is convincing enough to believe something mysterious is happening. Strange bright area in the Mexican sky. Earth is increasingly experiencing strange events. Recently, an unusually bright object was seen flying high in the sky over a remote Mexican town. This is why the phenomenon is frightening. First, it glows very strongly. Even if it were a common object capable of glowing, it couldn't be that clear under sunlight. Second, some local residents wonder if this isn't some kind of device, because it flies too high in the sky. Third, it's not a balloon, because if it were, it would have flown away in the first few seconds. So what kind of phenomenon is this? It looks like a person with arms raised high. Flying object in the Arizona sky. On July 3, 2009, residents of Lake Havasu City in Arizona spotted a flying object in the sky. From a distance, it initially looked like a round object. At first, they just thought it was some kind of stray weather balloon unable to descend due to strong winds. But upon closer inspection, they realized it had flat ends and a distinctive shape resembling UFOs commonly seen in cartoons and TV shows. This UFO continued hovering for a while, making residents wonder if the alien spacecraft was on a reconnaissance mission. But eventually it flew away. The mysterious abduction in the California sky. A few days ago, the California sky displayed a strange phenomenon with clouds accompanied by a flying saucer. Fortunately, the camera mounted on a high-rise building recorded this scene. The UFO not only appeared but was also joined by three human-like figures floating in midair. Then, several other shadows appeared and this time they were animals. In a strange moment, the space around them suddenly distorted and then completely vanished. It seemed the UFO had sucked them inside, then ascended and disappeared from the camera's view. This This clearly evokes associations with an alien abduction phenomenon. Could it be that extraterrestrial beings are gradually building a human community to control us? This question still awaits an answer. The strange visitor in Canada's National Park. A man camping in Canada's National Park filmed a strange triangular object silently gliding through the forest. This UFO glowed underneath, indicating it wasn't a conventional aircraft and might be awaiting passengers from another planet. The object hovering in midair seemed to hesitate between leaving or staying. In fact, with its behavior, you might think this UFO was considering the tent in the forest. Fortunately, it decided to fly away, otherwise, we might have faced an alien invasion sooner than expected. The aerial flame in Quebec. In 2018, in Quebec, residents spotted a strange object in the sky. It quickly caused fear and astonishment. Luckily, some people managed to record the scene. This object wasn't a hologram, as the filmmakers would have noticed immediately. It also wasn't space debris or rocket remnants since there were no launches in the area at that time. The object emitted multicolored light and sometimes turned green. When a resident zoomed in on the image, they discovered a distinctive bright spot. This suggests it could be an alien spacecraft. This phenomenon remains a mystery that makes many people ponder. The Avenger from space. UFOs aren't always saucer-shaped like in movies. Sometimes they look even stranger. A strange object appeared in the sky over New Mexico. Many initially thought it was a superhero. However, since that seemed unlikely, many suspect it might be a prototype being tested by the US military. This explains why it hasn't been made public. Still, some believe it's an alien spacecraft. With a unique shape and flight capabilities we can't yet explain, this phenomenon remains mysterious and stimulates many people's imaginations. The threat from above, just think. Perhaps aliens have been flying over our heads for decades. We see them because they. This explains why more and more airplane passengers are spotting them. This UFO clearly didn't expect to be filmed. So, it didn't bother hiding behind clouds that seemed to be attacking the surrounding area. The filmmaker believes this UFO is equipped with an extremely advanced scanning device, capable of collecting information remotely. That means we're being deceived, right? The Nguyen Trang flying object. Perhaps you're tired of seeing strange objects in the sky. Then let's look at this one. It flies close to the ground. I'm not sure if this is an object or a person curled up who can still fly without any support equipment. Did you notice this object was initially dark but then changed color to blend into the sky? Nevertheless, some suggest it could be an alien flying among us, as no one else can do this. Some even think this alien came to spy on us. But what about you? What do you think about this flying alien? UFO in Spain. A few years ago, a strange object was discovered hovering in the sky over Spain. Right in the clear sky, initially from a distance it only appeared as a small dot. However, when the cameraman zoomed in, a massive yellowish-brown object appeared, rotating but not moving from its position in the sky and showing no signs of any exhaust system. With these characteristics, it perfectly matched the description of a UFO. Some people even thought the object looked like a giant ear, and upon closer inspection, it really resembled an ear rotating in the sky. It was indeed a strange sight that made many people think. At Bryant-Patterson Air Force Base, a group of new officers during training discovered a strange flying object. At first, they thought it was just a prank, but gradually it became clear that this was a mysterious phenomenon that no one could explain. What worried them more was that this object appeared right above the Air Force Base without being detected. If an object could appear here without anyone knowing, Who could be sure that similar objects weren't hovering elsewhere without our awareness? This incident made many people ponder the mysteries that might be happening around us. Recently, an unidentified flying object was discovered near a valley in Kashmir, India. Initially, observers thought it might be a spy satellite, but if that were the case, it should have appeared on radar. Detected on radar, suggesting it might use technology we can.
This object looked very suspicious, almost resembling a weapon, and perhaps this was a way to warn an impending invasion.
Anyway, we might feel fortunate that this incident didn't happen near where we live. Flying object in the DC sky. Who says Superman isn't real? Recently, a strange object or creature suddenly flew up into the sky and was accidentally recorded by a man exploring a wildlife sanctuary. Since he was hiding in the bushes, this object didn't detect his presence. When the video was shared online, many wondered if this was a test aircraft. Fluttering flying cloak wasn't. Some believe this could be a human with extraordinary abilities, capable of transforming to avoid easy identification. Whatever the real reason, this incident certainly raised many interesting questions. Flying object during the eclipse. As the eclipse was about to reach totality, many people raised their phones to record the sky. At that moment,
some accidentally felt a strange object flying past their clouds.
The object moved too fast for observers to immediately determine what it was. After the eclipse ended, when reviewing the video, people noticed the object looked very much like a flying saucer. This led some to speculate that aliens might have taken advantage of the eclipse to appear on Earth.
Black entity outside the airplane. When requesting a window seat on the airplane, the passenger probably didn't expect to encounter the scariest entity in their life.
The creature resembled Demento. Looking out the window, this passenger discovered a large black figure flying beside the airplane. It suddenly disappeared behind the wing before splitting into two parts. This passenger must have thought they had just encountered a real Demento, and afterwards didn't dare open the window shade again for the rest of the flight. Dun hole in Romania. A frightening phenomenon just occurred in Romania when the sky suddenly tore open, forming a giant hole. People standing around could only look up in horror without understanding what it was. Some thought this was an alien door opening to begin the invasion we've always feared. The case, but that didn't. Many believe this could be a spatial wormhole opening a door to another dimension. Whatever the theory, this was definitely a crazy phenomenon, and we should pray never to see anything from that door again. Shape-shifting object in the sky. Witnessing an unusual object in the sky is already surprising, but when it happens while you're flying at about 12,000 meters altitude, it becomes even stranger.
That was exactly the experience of a lucky passenger sitting by the airplane window.
Looking outside, she discovered a strange object and initially thought it might be a small aircraft. However, within seconds, she realized this object wasn't something humans could have made. It began moving at extremely high speed and changing shape right before our eyes. Whether it was an alien creature or a shape-shifting spacecraft, this phenomenon certainly wasn't like anything we can understand. A video recording the image of a giant flying saucer landing on the ground, with many bright lights around it, spread widely online. Rumors that this could be an alien invasion erupted, with the incident location not disclosed, probably to prevent too many people from gathering. However, when nothing happened afterward, the video became a big question. Is this truly an alien spaceship or something entirely different? The strange sight in Scottsdale, Arizona. Isn't this bizarre? Can you see it clearly on camera? This is an extremely peculiar sight, even broadcast on television. The incident occurred a few weeks ago in Scottsdale, Arizona. As an amusement park or a giant building, the on-site reporter confirmed it. There's really nothing there except a glowing blue object hidden. We in Scottsdale, near McDowell and Hayden Roads, know that this ISN. The strange sight on the way home from work. Can you imagine? While driving home after a workday, you suddenly see something odd in the sky. We don't know exactly where this video was filmed. The strange sight on the way home from work. Can you imagine? While driving home after a workday, you suddenly see something odd in the sky. We don't know exactly where this video was filmed, but it clearly happened somewhere in America. The filers are certain this isn't a regular airplane taking off or an illusion, as the object followed them for a long time before they started recording. In the uploaded video, many think the light inside the car is a reflection, but look, this object disappears behind the trees, which can't be a reflection. The strange orb in Mexico. We've seen many glowing orbs worldwide, and while often thought to be camera tricks, try explaining this sight. A couple in Mexico discovered a large bright orb hovering in the forest, and notably, a smaller orb was following it. That's some natural phenomenon, you. The videographers believe they captured an alien spaceship that can split into parts to mislead humans, then merge back. If true, it's truly fascinating. The mysterious luminous ring in Yunnan, China. Not long ago, a strange event occurred in Yunnan, China, where a giant luminous ring appeared in the sky over Dali City. Initially, people thought it was sunlight piercing through clouds, but later realized that wasn't the correct explanation. Upon closer look, something massive seems hidden behind the clouds. Many believe it could be an alien spaceship trying to conceal itself in our sky. Others have an even scarier hypothesis, that it might be a magical world or another reality floating in the sky, accidentally caught on camera. The Hell's Gate in the UAE. Look, when a group of UAE residents were on their way to work, they spotted a strange object in the sky. Some speculated it could be a portal to another world or evidence that we're living in a simulation and the sky just glitched.
But hold on conclusions. Perhaps it's just how the sky appeared to shift that day.
However, whatever the reason, this sight surely made people feel uneasy. The invasion in Kazakhstan.
Last January, the sky in Kazakhstan lit up, and a series of orbs appeared, flying in formation. The formation slowly stopped and remained stationary in mid-air.
Witnesses couldn't determine if this was an Air Force drill or some dark invasion. One person even shone a car's high beam into the sky, hoping to disrupt whatever was happening. But the group seemed unaffected. This clearly wasn't an Air Force drill, as no aircraft can hover that long. Perhaps it's time we admit that alien invasions are getting closer, and sights like this are just the beginning. Two suns in America. While a couple was filming a romantic sunrise, they unexpectedly noticed another bright orb appearing right beside the sun. After the recent solar eclipse event, one might think it's just a natural phenomenon. However, when they pointed the camera at the sky, the moon was on the other side. These two suns coexisted briefly before the couple stopped recording. Strangely, some began to suspect this could be the appearance of Nibiru, a second planet that, according to legend, will collide with Earth and lead to doomsday. If this is real, perhaps we should prepare mentally and pray.
Mysterious phenomenon in China.
Recently, a short video replaying a strange phenomenon in China's sky gained significant attention on social media. Though only lasting a few seconds, the video made many doubt its authenticity.
However, when many witnesses see the phenomenon simultaneously, it being a hoax becomes less likely.
Many hypotheses have been proposed to explain this phenomenon, from glowing drone formations to a strange anomaly in the sky.
But due to a lack of clear evidence, this phenomenon remains an unsolved mystery. Strange phenomenon in Taiwan.
Hundreds of strange objects fly through our skies every day. This scene was recorded in Taiwan when a group of residents spotted unusual blue lights in the sky. Some people fear that something from another world might appear and destroy humanity. Others suggest it could be a trail of light left by an unidentified object. However, with no additional information, it remains an unresolved mystery. Glowing creature in Peru. As night falls, a mysterious creature appears in the sky, emitting a brilliant light before extinguishing. A group of residents in Peru were the first to witness this strange phenomenon,
and they couldn't help but feel terrified.
Initially, they thought it might be a kite or a balloon. But the light and the way the creature changed shape made them question its origin. Many wonder if this is a conscious being capable of shape-shifting to blend in with humans. If you encounter something suspicious, be careful, as you might be witnessing an unexplainable phenomenon. Invisible spaceship. We think aliens would appear out of nowhere, but perhaps they've always been here, hiding behind clouds and observing us. But it seems one of their spacecraft malfunctioned, causing its invisibility cloak to fail and its shape to be seen by hundreds of Peruvian residents. For a while, this spacecraft hovered in the sky, leading many to suspect it was just a mirage or reflection. However, when an object glided by and entered the ship, it became clear that something was hovering, not a static object, but seemingly carrying hidden passengers of unknown origin. Strange light in the Mexican sky. When clouds part and light from above shines down on Earth, it might make you think of an important omen. But this light has something truly strange and frightening, making many feel it doesn't bring anything good. This phenomenon occurred in the sky over a city in Mexico, and those who filmed it believe it's a bad sign. Initially, they thought it might be special lighting or a visual effect, but their fear wasn't that simple. If you look closely, you'll see an object at the center of the light, possibly a UFO or some alien creature. In 2018, South Korean residents witnessed a strange scene that amazed them. A video recording of this phenomenon quickly spread on social media. In the video, a giant ring appeared in the sky, making many think it could be a gateway to another world. More peculiarly, small glowing spheres were flying around this ring. Even more interestingly, there were two rings, both surrounded by moving bright spheres. Some suggest it could be a secret military project, while others suspect it's a sign of alien presence. UFO cloud in Turkey. Residents of a city in Turkey had an unexpected encounter with the unknown. While driving on the highway, they witnessed a massive cloud that looked like it had extraterrestrial origins. Many believe it was a disguised spacecraft. Authorities quickly dismissed these claims, saying the sight in the sky was actually a lenticular cloud,
illuminated by the rising sun to create a reddish hue.
Nature always seems to bring us new and surprising things.
Spiral light in the Hawaiian sky.
A group of tourists on a night stroll in Hawaii witnessed a strange phenomenon when they looked up at the sky. They saw a strange spiral light appear with a bright sphere at its center moving across the sky. This phenomenon appeared over the inactive Monarch air volcano. Many quickly revived theories that this could be a UFO visiting an alien base inside the volcano. However, authorities promptly explained that the spiral light was actually reflected light from a newly launched satellite. Giant in the Chinese sky. Residents of a Chinese town witnessed a very strange sight when a giant shape appeared in the sky. This shape looked like a giant from another universe with a glowing head looking down on the city. Local residents were astonished and quickly filmed this phenomenon. Some people believe this is the image of a guardian angel protecting the city, while others think it's just a natural cloud phenomenon.
The Heavenly Gate in Jerusalem. This video was filmed in the skies over Jerusalem, where giant glowing waves appeared before the eyes of many witnesses.
Many believe this is the gate leading to heaven. However, skeptics argue it's just a strange astronomical phenomenon. Whether it's the heavenly gate or not, these moving waves certainly created a beautiful and sacred scene.
Flying object with an exhaust system.
We often think UFOs don't have exhaust systems, but a strange scene was recorded in Buckingham, where a flying object appeared with an exhaust system. When this video was posted online, many people proposed various theories. Some suggested this could be the exhaust system of another type of aircraft. While space exploration enthusiasts suspect this is an alien spacecraft with new technology, others think it might be a secret system. Regardless, this object continues to spark controversy and suspicion.
See a hovering tree branch. A lone tree branch hanging suspended on tall grass caught the attention of many local residents.
As videos of this phenomenon spread, many began to theorize about this strange branch. Some suggested it might be the phenomenon of pareidolia, where humans see familiar shapes in random objects. Nevertheless, this branch is very clear even through the camera. Some even joke that it looks like a broken witch's broom. And if they searched around, they might discover the witch lying nearby. Mysterious blue light. A few months ago, two fishermen at Blitzerv at Pitorico Beach witnessed an unexpected scene while on their boat. They saw a strange blue light in the water, and when they approached, they were shocked to see a human-like shape with glowing eyes underwater. The video recorded by this couple sparked much speculation online. Some thought it was just a diver. But the fisherman's fear and the glowing eyes added to the mystery. What do you think? Is it just an ordinary diver or something extraordinary? So we've explored together these precious footage, recording UFO scenes from passengers in the air. Which encounter impressed you the most? Don't forget to leave comments below to discuss together.
Don't forget to subscribe to the Beyond the Veil 0707 channel. See you on.
Thank you for watching the video and see you in the next videos.